Hello YouTube, welcome to the Wholemade Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're here for our Coca-Cola 600 here, presented by Veedverks. We're ready to go. The field of 13 are ready to go. We're racing through 1 and 2 now to 95 of Jaywood. Leads coming off of turn 2 now, clearing up in front of the 4 Pratt man. Down the back we go. How about the 3 of Burton up the inside? Had a strong showing in both races last night. That's Spoob into the outside wall. Nothing new there. Car in the grass. That's the 6. That's Corey coming across traffic. And he's spinning. He's going to collect a couple more. For the most part, everybody stays straight. Prattman has a big moment coming off of turn 2, and looks like we're not getting a magic C word early in this one. Prattman hits the apron, slides up the track. He goes. How about the 24? Is that Miz? Up the inside, looking for third. So now Miz under attack from Randy. Randy looking to take away that 4th position now. Breathing down the back bumper to 24. Here comes Miz looking to the inside of Burton. A nice shot from the 62. Getting really tight here in 3. Miz still trying to work to the inside of the 3, and oh, big Burton moment off of turn 4. Going through the grass, trying to keep it under control now. Move Miz onto the podium. Randy to 4th. Spoob back in 5th now. Heavy blocking to the 20 of Dan. Dan trying to get a nose down there. Spoob fighting hard on the outside. Dan a great run through the center of the corner, and he will clear Spoob for 5th. Jaywood starting to pull away. Such a news headline. Up front, Prattman now being caught by Miz and Randy. So the battle for 2nd may get interesting here in the coming laps. Nose to tail down the back we go. Dan trying to join this battle for 2nd. Prattman kind of starting to get a train behind him here. Burton and Spoob trying to join the battle for 2nd. That's now raging on as a 4-car battle. Prattman trying to fend off Miz. Miz coming up the inside. And Miz is going to go through the road course. As if the quad oval wasn't difficult enough for him. How about Randy up to 3rd? Now Dan looking for 3rd. So Dan to 3rd, Randy back to 4th. Spoob gets around, I believe that's Miz, back for 6th, but Miz looking to get it right back. And now it's getting interesting up here. Dan through the grass trying to take second away from Prattman. Side by side we go down the back. Prattman to run down the back. On the outside lane, Dan trying to roll to center on the inside lane. Randy trying to figure out where he's going to go. Dan trying to clear Prattman, not clear yet. Getting a good run off of Forrest. Prattman staying side by side with Dan. In the turn one, it's still not over. And now Dan will clear Prattman, but Prattman going to get a nice run down the back. Maybe he'll have something heading into 3. And he'll file in behind the 20 for the time being. $37 laps to go here in this first stage. At least one pit stop coming up in this stage. Don't forget, this is a 4-stage race. 50 lap stages. And Dan into the wall. Prattman now coming for full head of steam, looking back for second. Freaking Bud going toe to toe. It's back in the pack for about 7 for 8th. That would be 8th. Up front, Dan into the wall. Prattman goes to second. Here comes Randy for third. He'll go right on by. So Prattman cleared a second. Now can Randy do anything to maybe get to second? And how about, is that Burton going through the grass? Was trying to stay in front of Miz. Was not able to do so. Miz goes to 5th. We fall back to the intense battle for 8th. How about the run Bud's got on Freak? Peeking to the inside of the 42. Thinks better of it. Again, this going on for 8th. We're riding on board with the 13. A great run through the quad oval, looking to the inside now. Side by side into turn 1. Bud trying to get clear. Freak off of 2. He'll clear up just barely. He'll take over the 8th position. Spooby got a little lonely in 7th. He wants to have some battles, so he'll drop back to the battle for 8th. Miz trying to defend against Burton. This going on for the 5th position. All of those battles going on miles behind this 95 of Jaywood. I mean, look at this, man. He's in his own camera frame. Like, you look down the straightaways, you just don't see anybody. He's running on his own. And this is wild. He literally leaves the camera frame before another car enters the next fucking frame. Back for second. Prattman and Dan going toe to toe. Something happened to Randy. Spoop getting past for 7th. Looking to go 3 wide as the 42. Files in behind the 13. Spoob and Freak make a little bit of contact down the back. Bud clear to 7th. Spooby trying to stay in 8th. Not clear, not clear. And into the wall they both go. They're going 3-1 through the quad oval. Freak has to check up. Spoo slides up. The 42's in the wall. Spoo back to 7th. On the apron he goes. Up front. Prattman holds on to 2nd after he was under attack. Oh, there's contact behind them, and now we got a huge group of cars back here for 7th. We got 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. I'm sorry, there's not even 13 cars, there's only 12 cars. Corey. So right now, Spoob leading the second half of the pack here. He's got Bud, Devin, Freak, Controller Hog, and Corey lined up behind him. Back up front, Dan gets up to 2nd on Prattman. And now there's about to be a 5-car battle for 2nd. Dan leading this first group up here. He's got Prattman, Randy, Miz, and Burton in tow. But all this going on behind the 95 of Jaywood. So there, now the 19 on pit road. There was literally 2 packs of cars and the race leader. Oh, the 4 Prattman into the wall! Heavy front end damage for the 4 Prattman. Here comes the 24 of Miz to pit road. So now, the battle that Devin is fighting Corey for right now is for the 5th position right now, as pit stops continue on. 23 laps to go here in this stage. Corey is pushing Devin through the quad oval. And now Corey looking to pit. Here he comes. Here comes the 41 and the 42. They're going onto the apron, coming off of turn 2 for pit road. And they're both in the grass. Devin hits the inside wall. He spins on the apron. Being really aggressive, trying to shortcut the racetrack and tries to cut a little too much. The race leader, Jaywood's on pit road. The 20 of Dan gives up the race lead to pit. Or he's still holding it. And again, Jaywood just comes out in his own zip code. He is clearly going to take over the race lead once again once he passes Dan. I mean, he's got another 4.5 seconds to the next closest car. It's not even close. So unless he makes a mistake, this one looks like it's going to be Jaywood's stage. So where Dan comes out in relation to Miz. There goes Miz. Miz up to second. Randy to third. Dan's going to come out right behind this battle. Dan comes out in fourth. Burton there in fifth. Oh, we got Spooby right in sixth. It's like Corey 7th, Bud 8th, Prattman 9th, Controller Hog 10th, Freak 11th, Devin 12th after spinning on pit entry. Here we go, Miz Randy going at it. Down the back, Miz just trying to hold on to it. He hits the apron, checks up the 62 behind him. Down the inside goes Randy, side by side for second. The 62 goes by. Miz trying to hang up there. He'll give up third to the 20 of Dan. And now Dan looking for second, trying to get two spots at once. Side by side with the 62 through the quad oval. Dan will clear up to Randy. Dan the second. The battle for 10th raging on. Controller Hog trying to fend off Freak. And Freak will go by for 10th. How about Bud going around Prattman? That one's for 8th. Corey working his way past Spooby. That's for 6th. Here we go, Miz on Randy, fist for third. Great run for the 24 down the back. On the back bumper now, peeking down low. He's gonna drive it into turn 3, that's what Miz does. Now he's gonna roll to center, can he clear Randy off of 4? 62 trying to get the run through the quad oval, Miz trying to clear him, not clear yet, now he's cleared. So Miz back onto the podium for the time being, but he's got the 62 and the 3 car right behind him. And now Randy under attack from Burton. This going on for 4th. We're about to have a whole train of cars here. Prattman leads this train in 8th. He's got Bud in 9th, Freak 10th, Controller Hog 11th. They're about to start a train back here. Bud slides way up. Freak goes to 9th. Now Controller Hog going around Bud. That for 10th. Bud fights back hard, trying to clear Controller Hog off the corner. Bud will clear Controller. And he'll hit the apron. He just really wants to give up that 10th position. He's trying really hard to give Controller Hog the spot. And into turn 1 we go. And he'll slide up the track. Controller Hog will go by for 10th. Finally, that one was a long time coming. Burton going back to third on Miz. These two will be switching hands all day long, as they have for pretty much the whole week. So let's see how long it'll take before Burton maybe slides off up the track off of turn 2, and Miz has a great run down the back. Can't do much with it. 7 laps to go here in stage number 1. Jaywood looking to put Devin a lap down. He'll do that. So Devin moves into the free pass position. He is 1 lap down. When the stage caution evidently happens in 6 laps time. Burton back to the podium. Let's see, does Corey have enough time to maybe close the gap between himself and the 62 of Randy? How much is Corey thinking about that one stage point he can get for 5th? With 5 laps to go. Back for 7th. Spoo is just gonna give up the spot to Pratt, man. And Smooth's gonna go sliding through the grass hard into the inside pit road wall. Let's see if he can get back going here before he gets lapped. Here comes Jaywood right now. And now he's gonna be battling the 41 of Devin for the free pass position. Burton holding on to 3rd. 3 laps to go. That's how many laps these guys have to duke it out. They have 2 laps to really duke it out for this free pass position. Spooby fighting hard, trying to stay in contention in this race. Devin going to the inside, hits the inside pit road wall hard! The 41 obliterates his front end. My God, that was a hard hit. If he can get back going here, maybe he'll stay 1 lap down. Maybe he'll be able to get a free pass in the next stage, but... And that car is gone. If he gets back going here. I believe he's 2 down. Let's see Burton and Miz still going toe to toe. Miz slides up through the middle, 3 and 4, trying to get the spot. But anyway, Jay would win stage 1. Dan gets second. And it was close, but Burton will hang on to third. Miz fourth, Randy fifth. Corey was breathing down his neck for sixth, but not able to get there. Alright, so make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on homemade Veedverks, CBD based products and needs. You're the one in second. Right now, Jay Wood really looking like class of the field here. Nobody could touch him. Man was in his own zip code in the same racetrack. Anyway, we're going to line these guys up double wide, and we'll try this again here for stage number 2 of 4 stages. Jay Wood will lead us back to the green. Dan to his outside, getting ready to rock here in stage number 2. Green flag back in the air. Racing another 50 lapper here for stage 2. 47 laps, same thing. We have 47 laps here in stage number 2. And now Miz fighting harder with Jay Wood. This may be the only time he'll see him this stage. Knowing how important the restart is, nobody was able to really get to his inside. Now Corey looking for second. Maybe he's got something. Contact behind these guys. Corey up to second. Can he get to the 95? Right there on the back bumper. Jay Wood feeling the pressure. He knows if anyone can beat him, it's going to be the 6 car. Contact further back, and Corey continuing to pile on the pressure. Corey with a great run off of turn 4, right in the back bumper of Jay Wood. I think he knows he's going to right behind the 95 until he can pull away from the rest of the pack so he can settle it amongst themselves. But right now, Miz trying to get around Burton. This is going on for third, just as it was at the end of last stage. Contact further back, Prattman. And Randy, I think, got into it. But there's contact off the 4 and around goes the 24. Caution on the speedway. We're racing this back, and Corey get the lead. A huge run down the back. Peeking. He's not going to go anywhere with it. Coming off of turn 4, Corey close but no cigar. Jay Wood will lead us here at the caution over Corey. Burton gets third. Dan crosses the line in 4th, but he is one of the 2 initiators. He will not be 4th. And the 41 of Devin, your free pass. That's a huge break for him since he was 2 laps down. So, unless we get another one of these cautions in the stage, he won't have to wait much longer than the end of stage 2, possibly, to get a lap back and get back into contention. We'll see. A lot of things still have to go in his direction. But back to one lap down is the 41 of Devin. Jay Wood's going to lead himself and friends onto the pit lane. And everybody's coming to pit road. Tower nailed that one down to the 24 and the 20 as the two initiators for this caution period. The first manual caution period of the day. Let's see how pit stops cycle the field here. The 6 is down and away. Racing Jay Wood to the pit exit. Jay Wood over Corey barely. Then it's Burton, Randy, Prattman, Spoob, and Freak behind them. So here we go. We may be able to go this time by. And Towers called it. We are going green this time. So how about this front row? I mean, this is a classic front row. Jay Wood and Corey make up row 1. We fall back to row 2. We've got Burton and Randy. Row 3 we have Prattman and Spoob. Row 4 we have Freak and Controller Hog. Row 5 we have Bud and Miz. Row 6 we got Dan and Devin. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. We're racing at Charlotte here in stage number 2. 39 laps to go. Burton looking to clear Corey for second. Maybe I'll have a shot here at Jay Wood. Peeks to the inside. He's not going to be as aggressive as we thought we would see people to try to stay with the 95. Riding the back bumper of the 95 is Burton. Now Corey closing up. Now Burton looking to the outside, maybe sliding up too much. Corey, huge run of momentum through the center of the corner. He's going to make contact with Corey. Corey's going through the road course. He'll merge back on. And Corey drives it into turn 1. And Prattman hits the apron, slides up the track, almost takes out Burton. So here we go, Jay Wood about to run away. Let's see, can Corey close the gap to race leader Jay Wood? Now it's just a direct line of sight between himself and Jay Wood. Or is Jay Wood just too fast? Further back, Prattman trying to fend off or take the spot away from the 62 of Randy. He did lose it when he made contact with the apron. Now back up to 4th. How about Spoob right there in 6th and into the wall? Just gonna flatten out that right side, get that aerodynamic advantage for pancaking the right side of his car. Bud trying to stay in front of Freak. He'll do so right in that outside line. This again, the battle for 8th between Bud and Freak. Bud up the track. How about Miz? Trying to find his way around Freak. Dan mowing some AstroTurf. Bud sliding way up. Here comes Freak and Miz. Almost making contact off of turn 2. It's so narrow on the exit of turn 2. Miz trying to get a 2-for-1 special. Controller hog into the outside wall. I'm messing. Dan is ready to roll. And a car crashing on the backstretch. That's the 24 of Miz. No magic C word out of that one. Dan, a great run through the quad over on Spoob. Trying to clear. He will do so. So up front, it's Jaywood, Corey, Burton, Prattman, Randy, and a hungry Dan mowing his way through the field. Looking for 5th now from the 62. .30 laps to go here in stage number 2. And Dan into the outside wall. I guess it's a JGR thing. Trying to get that aerodynamic advantage from a flat right side. Back up front, Jaywood still leading, not nearly as far out as he thought he would be. Corey not able to close the gap we'd expect him to close, but not losing time, which is what everybody else was doing in stage 1. How about Miz heading to pit road now? Prattman, a great run down the back, looking for 3rd from Burton. And a Prattman drives hard into turn 1. Not able to get much out of it. Dan up to 5th around the 62. Yeah, but 95 is a clean car. Up front, Jaywood holds a 1.2 second lead over Corey. And I've with 24 laps to go. Burton over 3.5 seconds back off of race leader Jaywood. Prattman looking to the inside of Burton. Dan thinking maybe 3 wide, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. Prattman looking for third, trying to clear Burton, and no clear him. How about Dan looking for fourth? And he will clear him. Now Dan looking for third. And drives it deep into turn 3. They're side by side. Dan will slide up. Prattman trying to get the run off the corner. Burton maybe going 3 wide. Oh, Prattman slides way up. Almost takes out Burton. Dan now with the advantage through the quad oval. Prattman into the wall. Burton a huge run through the center of the corner. Dan slides up. Burton going right back to third. Can he get there? Side by side into 3. Burton driving it in hard. Burton long clear of Dan now. Now Prattman trying to take away 4 from Dan. So Burton third, Prattman fourth, Dan fifth. Randy's joining the battle back here in 6th. And that now made the gap between Burton and Jaywood 5.4 seconds, all that battling. The gap between Jaywood and Corey remains 1.3 seconds. How about Bud and Freak? Still going toe to toe. They have, and they are side by side. All the way around the circuit. I mean, this battle for third is insane. Burton right now holding off Prattman and Dan as Randy heads to the pit lane. Corey in the pit lane. Prattman slides, puts Dan into the wall. 17 to go. We got a busy pit road right now. Dan heading to pit road. Jaywood continues to stay out. Burton, Prattman second and third. Controller Hog up to fourth. Now Corey back into fourth. Corey 1 lap down to the leaders. The only drivers not to pit is Jaywood, Burton, and Prattman. Prattman on pit road now. So how long do Jay Wood and Burton go? They are the only drivers on the lead lap right now. I think 19 laps left here in stage number 2. Jay Wood heading to pit road now. And Burton heading to pit road too. It'll be interesting to see where does Jay Wood and Burton come out in relation to the others. Where does Jay Wood come out in relation to Corey? And how about Burton? Where does he come out in relation to like Dan and Pratt, man? Down and away on the pit exit. That means Corey takes over the race lead. Dan up to third. Not even close to getting to Jay Wood. Pratt Manver in fourth. Randy in fifth. Randy and Burton going at it for fifth. Burton trying to clear Randy. And he'll do so. 3 and 4. So, can Corey hold the lead? He's got a 4.1 second lead over Jay Wood. And bad news bears if you're a fan of Devin. Miz is now 1 lap down in the free pass position. Jay Wood's cut the lead down to 3.2 seconds. Dan holding on to third over Prattman. Burton trying to close in on that battle. 7 laps to go. The gap now 3 seconds between the top two. Can Jay Wood chase down Corey? Two and a half seconds with 6 laps to go, so about half a second a lap, which will leave Jay Wood 1 lap if he continues to catch at this pace to try to pass Corey. Corey putting the 42 of Freak a lap down, which puts him in the free pass position. Really hurting Miz and Devin. The gap, 1.8 seconds amongst the top two. The gap, 4 laps to go, 1.5 seconds is the gap. Jaywood goes by Freak with ease. And now it is 1 second with 3 laps to go. Jaywood's a coming. Two laps to go. Jaywood closing the gap big time on Corey. Half a second. 2 to go. What's gonna happen? And Corey just gives up the lead, not even trying to fight for that stage win. So right now, Dan holds on to third on the last lap of the stage. Prattman diving to the inside. Who wants third? Side by side going through turn 3. Prattman with the advantage. Clears Dan. Dan tries to crossover, slide into the grass. Dan's going to lose 4th, 5th. He'll lose the top 5. No, he won't. He'll get 5th. Miz was a lap down. Dan almost lost stage points there. If it wasn't for Miz. Oh my goodness! A big accident after the stage. Burton wanted to check out the underside of Dan as if he didn't have enough. Or Bud wanted to check out the underside of the 20 car as if he didn't see enough last night. My goodness. So Jaywood wins the stage, Corey second, Prattman third, Burton fourth, Dan in 5th. Those will be the 5 drivers getting stage points here. And after all that, if you still have a chance to catch your breath, good for you. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on homemade Veedverks CBD-based products and needs. We're going to line these guys up double wide and we will try this again. Here we go. Double wide and ready to go. Corey and Jaywood make up row 1. Prattman, Burton row 2. Dan, Randy row 3. Green flag back in here. We're racing in stage 3. Should be another 47 lapper. Two stages to go. The only time we will have 4 stages in a race this season. Corey up in the race lead for the first time in a while. Jaywood won't be leading on a restart. Sliding up the track behind them is Controller Hog trying to hold on to it. Jaywood deep in the pack, trying to hold on to it. Prattman, a big moment off of turn 4. And now, does Jaywood have anything for Corey? Made the huge gains there at the end of stage 2. I mean, we have a huge pack of cars back here. This is wild. Bud sliding up the track. He wants to do away with Spoob as quickly as possible. Back up front, it's getting good. Corey under attack. Corey into the wall. Here goes Jaywood. Burton looking to follow suit. So Jaywood takes over the race lead once again. Corey puts himself in second. Corey able to get to the back bumper of the 95, kind of throw him off a little bit. A nice run through 3 and 4. Tracking down the quad oval. A nice block from Jaywood. Car sliding in the back. More sliding on the back stretch. 3 and 4 wide as cars scatter. Went off of turn 4. I believe that was Jaywood who got the wall. He is showing his JGR colors there. Took it to the 3rd stage, but it's a 4-stager. So why not? Yep. And how about Corey? Right on the back bumper to 95. They're starting to pull away from the other guys. Burton, Prattman, Dan, they're fast, but just not fast enough. So Jaywood continues to hide Piper Corey around. Dan, he gets loose with running around nobody. So Burton now closes the gap on Corey a little bit. Is it enough to maybe keep them in contention? I mean, Corey is playing this really smart, methodically, especially because we're in the 3rd stage out of 4 stages here with 38 laps to go. He's just riding behind Jaywood, thinking maybe he'll have a chance to pull away and have it be able to settle it later between himself and Jaywood, or he's just waiting for the 4th stage altogether before he even gets to racing. Right now he is just riding behind the 95 car. Down the back we go. Prattman now takes over the 3rd position from Burton, and he's now the one responsible for trying to get these 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars up to the front. Dan again getting it very loose off of turn 4. We drop further back. We have Miz trying to run the road course layout. He almost takes out Spoob with him. He's just making sure the asphalt down there is still up to grade for when they run the road course event later in the season. He's getting that added practice. Jay Wood and Corey continue to pull away. So Randy running 6th, Controller Hog 7th, Spoob 8th. Freak trying to fend off Miz for 9th. Oh, never mind, Miz is 1 lap down. Freak doing that for 9th. Bud would be 10th. Freak trying to get 8th from Spooby. Oh, now it's getting a little more race here between the top two. Well, for a moment at least. Here comes Freak, diving to the inside of Spoob, looking for 8th. Spoob just trying to keep it out of the wall. Contact with Freak into turn 1. Spoob into the wall. He'll hit Freak again. Freak slides up, Freak into the wall, they're all in the wall. Miz and Devin running around. These two, they are not battling for position with the 19 and the 42. However, the 24 and the 41 are battling each other in position for the free pass position. Now Devin behind Spoob while Miz is out in front of Freak. And now Jay Wood starting to pull a little bit on Corey. Prattman trying to do something in 3rd. Prattman can smell them right in front of him. And hot dogs make sense. What does Jay Wood smell like? Jet fuel? Wood? Alright, so the top two smell like wood and hot dogs. Oh, wood and hot dogs are the best, dude. Especially if you get them a little crispy. Alright, but yep, that is Jay Wood and Corey running up the top two. Corey running the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in the 2nd position. Ever have motor oil and bush beer together? Anyway, Dan and Burton going at it for the 4th position. Dan able to find his way around the 3 car. Here comes the 42 of Freak to pit road. We'll bring a friend with him. That's Spooby. We'll bring another friend with him. That one was Devin, who couldn't even make it onto the apron entirely. It's been a rough day for that 41 car. More cars heading to pit road. There's the 62. The 8, the 13. Pit road busy. Somebody sped. The 42 of Freak spun on the pit exit. Here comes Corey, bringing Dan and Burton with him. And that means everybody has now made it to pit road that's on the lead lap except the race leader. And here he comes. Corey able to pit 1 lap earlier than Jay Wood. We'll see what kind of an effect that has on the gap as we work here at the middle of stage number 3. Miz is trying to get out of his pit box and held up Jay Wood getting to his pit box, and Miz got spun by Jay Wood trying to get into his pit box. And Jay Wood is now going to get passed by Corey, and that's going to throw a wrench into the outcome of this stage. Jay Wood now getting passed by Bud. Here comes Dan with a full head of steam with Prattman side by side. They see Jay Wood right there. They smell blood in the water right now. Yeah, Bud better be a little careful here. He's got 4 hungry cars nose to tail here. Prattman drives it in deep, trying to get to Jay Wood. Corey has a 3.3 second lead and gaining over Jay Wood. One of them needs a new name. They keep getting confused for each other. And the 24 just blew an engine. Went up in smoke coming off of turn 2. Ironically, right after he got note of another car that was a lap down. Yeah, must have blown a tire or something. It was rough. Damage clock. He got damage clocked. Here comes Dan looking to the inside of Prattman. Vis for third. Jay Wood just ran a 181. I'm watching this stream. How do you think I'm able to keep the lap count? Only way I get to have all the information is I have to supplement it myself. Broken game. Yeah. You know, you thought with the esports thing we'd be getting that this game, but no. Oh well. Speaking of supplementing my info, with 13 laps to go here in stage number 3, Corey has a 2.4 second advantage over Jay Wood, and that is dwindling. I don't know. I saw it. It was alright. It literally looks like the same thing except dirt cars. I don't mind it. I'm just saying it looks like the exact same thing we got now, except it's the sprint cars. $11 laps to go. To gap 2 seconds between the top two. Jay Woods a coming once again. Corey likes that. And Jay Woods a coming. Dan. Here comes Burton looking to the inside of Dan. This is all just a consolation prize. Who gets third? Burton clears up to third. 1.4 seconds the gap amongst the top two. Corey getting ready to put Freak a lap down. Probably. I'm going one down. .2 seconds the gap, and third through fifth right on top of one another once again. 7 to go, 1.2 seconds the gap for Jay Wood to Corey. And now a lap car in between them. Now I don't expect Freak to have any influence on this, but there is still the car there. So, sounds like Burton didn't have a oh-so-great moment. Loses third and fourth. Falls back to the fifth position. Now trying to get fourth once again from Prattman. The 4 car is no longer in the fourth position. 3 car looking for the third position once again. Jay Wood is cleared Freak. It's now between him and Corey. The gap 7/10 of a second. 4 laps to go. Can Corey hold him off? Will he try to hold him off? He said he's loaded with ketchup, mustard, and relish, so that sounds like to me he's ready to go to war this stage. Three laps to go. The gap about half a second. Wow, Burton, Prattman, and Dan fell so far back they're no longer in the same camera frame as the top two they once were, like a couple laps ago. 2 laps to go. The gap's still half a second. It looks like Corey will try to take this one to the end. Jay Wood closing up to the back bumper now, but a lap to go. Can Corey hold off Jay Wood? Further back, the battle for fourth goes on. Prattman, Dan, side by side. But this one's too good up here. The battle for the race lead, 2/3 of a lap to go. Jay Wood closing in on the back bumper. Will he have anything in the turn 3? No, he won't. Corey drives it in. It's able to stick. And Corey's going to come off of turn 4, and he will spoil the Jay Wood party. He will win stage 3. Jay Wood gets second. Burton third. Dan barely edges out Prattman for fourth. Prattman fifth. Those are the top 5 getting stage points. I don't know if there was any difference between that stage and the previous one in terms of who gets stage points. So Corey, Jay Wood, Burton, Dan, Prattman, those are the top 5 from stage number 3. Those are the 5 who are getting stage points for this stage. And how about this? For the 3rd time this evening, I will say hopefully you get a chance to catch your refs, because make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. You're entering the 4th and final stage of the night. In case 3 stages of this racing hasn't been enough for you, we got a whole other 47 lapper. Coke 6000. And here we go, lined up and ready to go to the front row. We got Corey and Burton on the front row, ready to roll here for stage number 4. Green flag in the air, we're racing stage 4 here in the Coke 600. How about Jay Wood to the inside of Corey, side by side into turn 3. Dan into the wall, making contact with controller hug deeper in the pack. Everybody trying to keep it under control. The bud goes into the grass. Caution on the speedway. Corey leads now over Burton and Jay Wood. Corey will get the caution, and Devin finally gets that next lap he was supposed to get back. Now Devin's on the lead lap. So here we go. Corey leads his friends on the pit road. Corey down and away. And easily wins the race off of pit road. But how about is that the 62 of Randy up to second? Jaywood third, Burton fourth, Prattman fifth, Freak in sixth. Tail end of the longest line, 8 cart. That's a joke. But what's not a joke is this front row. Corey, Randy, make up your front row. We're getting ready to roll here on this restart. Row 2 we have Jaywood and Burton. Row 3 we have Prattman and Freak. Row 4 we got Controller and Dan. Row 5 we have Devin, Bud, and Spoob rounds out the back of the pack. The 19 to 13 with the cause cars. Green flag back in here. We're racing. And Corey and Jaywood jump out to the lead. That's not news. Jaywood out into the race lead and quicker than you could even think about him getting to the race lead from third. .43 laps to go here in the fourth and final stage with the Coke 600. The Coke 6000, these drivers feel like it is. Jaywood, Corey, 1-2 once again. But they want to be able to settle this amongst themselves. Prattman is there as well. How about Burton trying to join this battle? I think Prattman's main goal is just to stay in the draft of these two. Deep in the pack, cars scatter, and the 13 went through the grass in the quad oval. Jaywood and Corey even with cars that were right on their back bumpers, they're starting to pull away. His Prattman was not able to stay in the draft well enough. They just continue to pull away from him. He's still within a second. It's 0.8 of a second right now, but not looking pretty for Pratt. Randy trying to take over the 5th position from Dan. On the aggressive. Randy under attack from Controller Hog. Haven't talked about him much tonight. Trying to join this battle for the 6th position. The 5th position, Dan is. Back up front, Jaywood and Corey have now pulled it up to a 2nd over Prattman. Man, Bud is really trying to work with Prattman. They're pushing him down the backstretch, but man, the two in front are just so fast. Bird. Burton in the 3 car pushing the 4. Prattman trying to catch the 2 in front of him, but yeah, Jaywood and Corey, they are just so fast. And Corey is content for the time being to run behind Jaywood and just kind of log laps. Wow, Randy's really bunched up the pack back here. 6th on back under a blanket. Controller Hog Devin freaking boob in this battle for 6th. Contact between the 8 and the 42. Freaka sliding. Hard into the wall. He'll collect the 13. Caution on the speedway. Up front, Jaywood's gonna lead us back to the flag. Corey 2nd. Burton 3rd, Prattman 4th. Dan in 5th. They were able to nail that caution down. The tower was down to the 8 and the 42 car. They're the ones who made contact to initiate the caution. And Prattman going for a slide. And the 13 of Bud will get back on the lead lap. Wonder how much damage the 4 car got from that incident. He downshifted a little too fast and wheel hopped the car. that make everybody on the lead lap? So with 30 laps to go, as these pit stops will be coming, every driver back onto the lead lap, except Miz, who ended his day early. Corey is down and away. Racing on the pit exit of Burton and Jay Wood behind him, but Burton gets second. Did Randy get third? Wow, Randy third. Jay Wood back to fourth. Dan in fifth. Prattman to sixth. That's ironic that the Toyota pit crews suck when they are the best in real life. They're 12-second pit stops. Are you kidding me? So we're going green this time by. Oh no, we're getting one to go. Yeah, the 13 of Bud. I'm gonna not get up here on time. It's alright. Dan coming to pit road to top off. He'll bring controller hog with him. So here we go. Lined up double wide and ready to go here for a restart here inside 30 laps to go. Row 1, we have Corey and Burton. Row 2, we'll have Randy and Jay Wood. Row 3, Prattman and Spoob. Row 4, Devin and Bud. Row 5, Dan and Freak. And controller hog. Round out the back of the pack again. The 8 and the 42 are the two cars for this caution. The 13, the beneficiary from this caution. We have 11 drivers on the lead lap and ready to rock here at Charlotte. Once again, controller hog a little late to the party, but he'll be coming off of turn 4 and will be joining us as we go. Green flag back in the air. We're racing at Charlotte. I mean, Corey is driven away from the pack on the restart. My goodness. Prattman, a huge run to the inside of the 62. Prattman will go to third. Prattman trying to get the second. Now, how fast is Corey on his own without Jay Wood to tell him? Let's see, as Prattman leads the best of the rest clan. Jay Wood is hungry to get back to the spot he belongs in. It's Prattman and Burton. Nose to tail. Chaos ensues behind them. It's Randy trying to hold on to that fourth position. Devin goes by. Here comes Jay Wood and Dan. Did I just say Devin goes by into the fourth position? My goodness, how about that? A lap down all racing, right in the thick of it here. Right when it matters most. Jay Wood now looking to take over that fourth position. It's only a matter of time before he did that. Clear of Devin now. see, can Prattman stick with Corey? "24 laps to go." I don't believe we will get another pit stop this race. It'll be close for some drivers, but those who topped off will definitely be in the best situation. As long as they can conserve the tires. Tires haven't really been an issue tonight, but last night's races, when we were running default, people were eating up their right fronts and right rears like nothing. So Prattman hanging tight in second. Burton third. Jay Wood is a coming. Everybody in the top three just moaned. Further back, Bud and Controller duking it out. Here comes Jay Wood on Burton. Jay Wood into the wall! Whoa, go! He gets a heavy hit on the front stretch. Oh, big impact! Freak into the inside barrier. My goodness, a heavy accident on the front straightaway. Caution out on the speedway. That was heavy. And Jay Wood just got back going as Corey will cross the line here under caution. Prattman second. My goodness, and everybody behind them kind of scattered for their lives. Dan third. 3:95. My goodness. That was nasty later in the wreck too. I mean, heavy hits between the 95 and the 42. So here in the late stages of this race, we'll be restarting in the range of 20 to go-ish. Corey leads himself and friends on the pit lane. Corey is down in the way. Dan right on the back bumper. Here comes Prattman. He'll come out in third. So it's Corey, Dan, Prattman, Bud. I'm sorry, Burton, Randy, then Bud. Burton dropping back, that's right. 3:95 caused the caution. Oh, and a little trade deal going on. The 4 and the 9, the 20 swapped spots, and we are good to go. So after the trade deal went off, the front row consists of Corey and Prattman. Row 2 we have Dan and Randy. Row 3 We have Bud and Devin, and here we go, ready to roll here. Green flag back in the air. We're racing at Charlotte. And Dan goes back up to second. That is where he came off of pit road. Not much of a difference. And Prattman will stay in third. Corey slides up the track. Probably not. Obviously, I didn't mention you. What did you do? Back up front. Back up front. Dan now right on the back bumper of Corey. $15 laps to go. Can Corey fend off Dan and Prattman? Here comes Dan to the inside. Oh, I see what Spoob did. Spoob took it 3 wide and threaded the needle between the 62 and the 41. Okay. Anyway, Dan takes over the race lead easily from Corey. Corey drives it back to the inside of Dan. This one looks like it's going to be a good one. Corey back out front. Here comes Prattman. $13 laps to go. The top 3 have broken away from the rest of the field here. Coming around to 12 to go. Corey trying to fend off Prattman. Jaywood moving up to the field, up to 5th. Looking to clear Devin. Maybe it's not over for Jaywood. Dan way up the track. Trying to lose touch with Corey and Prattman. This may be a 2-man battle. Corey trying to go for the weekend sweep here at Charlotte. Won the truck race. Won the Bandits race. Trying to do it here in the Outlaws race. 11 laps to go. Corey and Prattman nose to tail. Jaywoods are coming on Randy. 10 laps to go. Oh, squeezing back in the pack. 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Jaywood, I think, got some grass. Now finally getting around to 62 is Jaywood, moving into the 4th position. Is it too little too late? This time that will be 8 laps to go. Jaywood clear. Prattman hits the apron, and that one might be over. Eight laps to go. Prattman able to close the gap back on Corey. It's not over up there. Looking wild deep here in the pack. But we have to focus on this potential battle for the lead as Prattman rides the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Six laps to go. Coming around to 5 laps to go for Corey and Prattman. Jay Wood trying to close the gap to Dan. The gap between Jay Wood and the race leader is 2.2 seconds. Prattman into the wall. And that one was bad. And Dan going through the road course. And Jay Wood into the wall. That'll do it. Oh, a big accident. Jay Wood got sent up there. Jay Wood and Burton make contact deeper in the pack. And so, by the nature of that, now, just a few more laps for Corey to navigate before he completes the sweep here at Charlotte. Two laps to go. 3 miles for Corey. Prattman looking like he'll close out in second. Dan looks like he's got a third place locked up. Randy and Jay Wood may be duking it out for fourth here. 1 lap to go. And Burton trying to take 6th away from Controller Hog. Controller Hog trying to take 6th away from Burton. But anyway, coming off of turn 4, he will do it. He will complete the weekend sweep here at Charlotte. How about that? Corey wins the Wholemade Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series race here at Charlotte. The Coke 6000. One of the longest league races we will do all season. And that one was 1 hour and 49 minutes. That is definitely one of the longer ones. 1 hour and 49 minutes and 13 seconds. So we have Corey, Prattman, and Dan. Want to stick around for post race? Yep, that was great. That was long. All right. Oh, Polka. Oh, we had the huge accident there last season. My God. Oh, that was a 14 car accident off of the third turn. That was bad. I mean, who wasn't involved? You probably weren't there. Yeah, see it. All right, so Corey, Dan, Prattman. Yep. Corey, Dan, Prattman, y'all know what to do. Set your voices to be shared. It's not new for any of you three. Just making. Yeah, well, you finished third. That's gonna be one of the first ones I ask you. All right, and we are joined by our third place finisher, Dan. What happened between you and Jaywood? My God, you destroyed him.
I couldn't even tell you what happened. I went through the grass and all of a sudden I looked back and Jayla was in the wall. I got super loose trying not to run over Pratt. So I just decided to take the infield.
It was a long race. There was a lot of times where you went, you had to kind of get through the field. Or not really, actually. You kind of stayed near the front for most of the race. You didn't really have many times to drive through the field. Maybe once.
I drove through it like 3 or 4. Pits were terrible. My crew was absolutely terrible.
Tell me about the car. It looked like it was a nice handling car. Again, this is the Outlaw series, so if it doesn't handle good, that's your fault. But what about the handling of your car?
My car was really good on a long run. On a short run, it was a little loose, and it would tighten up over the long
run. You think you had anything there at the end battle? Maybe before you got a little strung out with you hitting the apron?
I had the one run at him, which gave me the lead. But I was happy to just be able to lead the one lap, but no, there was no way I was going to hold him off.
Yeah. It was a hard-fought, highly contested race. Pretty much fair down back. Oh, yeah, talk to me about racing Prattman and Burton all day. That's literally what you did all day. And Randy at most times.
That was a lot of fun racing them. A lot of clean battles. It was a lot of fun. We had a couple incidents with each other, but nothing too bad. It was just fun. I enjoyed those races.
Yeah, it looked like 200 laps of pure battling between you three. Looked like a lot of fun. Third place, maybe not what you wanted, but I'm sure you'll take it as you head into next week at Pocono. Good luck to you next week, and congratulations on the third.
Thank you.
All right, we are joined by our second place finisher, Mr. Prattman. And how about you were so close to getting that second place? No, you didn't. Well, you got second place yesterday, huh?
Third.
Third?
Third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, third.
So you got fourth in the truck race, third in the bandits race, second here. Is it one spot better next week?
I would like to hope so, but
no.
As much momentum as we've got here so far, Pocono is not really one of my strong suits. But
as a driver, I absolutely hate Pocono. I've never been able to get a handle on that place, and I love road course racing. But anyway, back to you. This was a hard-fought race. I'll always ask you the same thing about racing Dan and Burton and Randy most of the race. How was that?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Dan, Burton, and I definitely had very, very similar cars there. For a while, I'd be a little faster than Burton or Dan would come and take that role, or vice versa. We were just, the draft plays a lot and how you hit your line in three, like really line sensitive into three, so you can either make your lap or break it. So we did a great job racing each other. It's hard to keep the cars under control all the time. The way we got to run to keep up with Corey and Jay Wood, you really got to let those babies hang out there and give it everything you got.
Yeah, that ending battle with Corey, I mean, I had the same thing I ask at pretty much any time. What could you have done differently?
Oh well, not screw up there at the end. I got my car good. It was a battle. My car would wear my tires a lot differently depending on where I was in traffic, and so finally after figuring out what I had to do that last run, I was where I needed to be, and I just trying to stay right on Corey's back bumper there to just try to make a last lap, last corner pass or something. Just wanted it to be between the two of us at that point. So just I got into one really good, and I got up on his high side, and it kind of surprised me, and got a little bit loose there, and that was all she wrote.
That was gonna be another thing I was gonna ask about. You kind of stood behind Corey most of that run. Were you not able to make a move, or were you waiting? I think you said
I was
waiting.
just content on running where I was until the last lap, because one of the stages I followed Dan for most of that stage, and right at the end I took him for that last corner pass, and it worked out. So I was just content on that. I was either going to be first or second, and I was happy at that point. You always want first, but for points towards the playoffs, we had a good night. Charlotte treated us well, and just look to keep the momentum up for Pocono.
And how was the car? I should have asked that first, but
it was fast. Times I questioned the gear ratio selection I had, but it seemed to work out good. Like I said, it depended on where I was in traffic to how the car reacted with the tire wear. So it really wanted that clean air, and it once we got the clean air and up to second, it was the best it'd been all night at that last round. So I was definitely chomping at the bit there, probably a little too much, and caught myself off guard, and just something to learn from.
Well, yeah, like I said, you've been getting one better in each of these races. Like I said, I think yesterday, you deserve a couple spots better in the near future. But congratulations on your second place finish here in the Outlaws race there at Charlotte, and good luck to you next week at Pocono.
All right, thank you, Emerson.
And we are joined by our race winner, our Mr. Charlotte. Corey, how about that? And how about the sweep?
Feels great to do it at that track, especially after that long of a race. It was a tough one.
Yeah, I'm sure the length of the race like this kind of adds to the feel good after pulling it off. Tell me about your race. Tell me about your car.
Well, it started off interesting, wrecking on lap 3 or whatever, and didn't get a caution. Had to drive back up to 6 before the end of the stage. And after that, it was just work with the 95, keep it between us two, and when that caution came out at the end, I knew he was basically done for. And I got lucky again with a couple more cautions because I was going to be at least 2 laps short on fuel when the 4 car got to my outside, and he messed up, and they allowed me to save them 2 laps and brought it to the checkers.
You look like you had a fast car, but maybe not as fast of a car as Jay Wood. What do you think were his strengths compared to yours, or where could you have made up time?
In the long run, he had a way better long run car. I ain't quite figured all that out yet, so hopefully I will soon.
Yeah, I didn't. Maybe I did know at the time. Maybe it slipped my mind after 50 laps. I didn't think about you wrecking there at the beginning of stage 1. I just kind of thought wow, this isn't gonna be Corey's race, and he just came up through the field in stage 2. I'm like, God, there he is. But at the end of stage 2, you didn't wanna fight Jay Wood for that stage win. How was that? Just it's a stage win, or
It wasn't nothing I could do. He was so much faster. My tires were way older at that point, so there wasn't nothing I could do.
and then you did fight him for the win at the end of stage 3, and that one was fun. It came down to the wire.
Yeah, I barely held him off there.
All right, so you have Prattman, you have Dan breathing down your neck. Now they haven't shown that they're faster than you this race, but I'm sure they are piling on the pressure on that last restart right there behind you for most of that time. What are you thinking going through that last stint?
I was just hoping they drove like they always do. Usually that's pretty clean. There's some people that get in that situation and lose their mind. So
Yeah, those
a
are
lot more fun.
if you're gonna go to battle with any of these drivers, those are some of the ones you want to go to battle with. For the most part, you did a little bit, but you didn't have to all the way through the end. Kind of got a little easy for you there at the end, but yeah, a nice clean sweep here at Charlotte. Did you know you had a sweep in you this week?
No, I knew I had a top 3 car, and then we had a late entry there, and I pretty much knew the win was out of consideration. Unless exactly what happened. He had to get wrecked for it. I think anyway he lost that race, or it's him getting wrecked.
Well, congratulations on the win, Corey. That's not getting old for you, is it? Getting these wins. No. Congratulations on the win. Good luck to you next week at Pocono. You have a sweep in you there in Pennsylvania.
No.
No.
I don't think so. I'm so far off the pace there. We got a lot of work to do.
All right. Well, we'll see if that work pays off. Good luck to you next week, man.
All right. Thank you, and good job as always.
Thank you. That was a long one, a near 2-hour experience, but it was a fun one. Battles up and down throughout the pack. I'm sure there was a lot of battles deep in the pack we didn't get to watch most of, just because there was a good battle up front. So, just to apologize to those guys back there, because I know they were fighting hard, maybe even harder than the guys up front. It looked like a lot of fun deep in the pack for 6th on back. Those battles looked like a lot of fun. Probably could have catered more time to those battles. But overall, great race, and that means it's a good problem to have that there's too many battles to watch. Yeah, Jay Wood looked like to be class of the field. Corey was able to sneak one there and got that sweep this week. It was coming. I mean, Corey's not new to these things. Corey and Jay Wood are the fastest of the fast that we got. Prattman, Dan, just a little bit more is what they need. Maybe they'll be able to compete with these two consistently. I mean, Pocono's a whole different animal. That's definitely going to be a lot of fun. I mentioned already, we had a huge wreck last year. That kind of changed the whole complexion of the race. That was also a 20-car field, so 13 drivers wrecking out of 20 was a huge deal also. But yeah, a lot of fun here at Charlotte. This track is very unique. 1 and 2 are so much different compared to 3 and 4, so tight and narrow through 3 and 4. You have to take these turns completely differently. The way you set up your car is all dependent on what turn you want to set your car up better for. I'd probably say 3 and 4. If you can get through 3 and 4, you have a great run down the longer straightaway through the quad oval. But these drivers, they did what they had to do to get the runs that they got. Nothing goes unearned in this league. It is hard fought, week in, week out, lap in, lap out. And that's what we'll see next week at Pocono, as the The Bandits and the Trucks do battle on Tuesday night, and the Outlaws will do battle Wednesday night. So until then, I'm Emerson R, and y'all stay warm, y'all stay safe. We will see y'all next Tuesday and Wednesday.